scrappy friends, welcome to my channel. I am working on a Shimmerz Design Team layout. You probably have seen this on Instagram because I shared it the other day, I absolutely love how this turned out. So here is the process of me making this. I am going to be adding this pattern paper to the cardstock, but I'm going to kind of just cut some off, and I didn't want that whole sheet of the striped, so I just cut off a few sections. I was thinking about putting it some at the top and some at the bottom, so I'm just kind of figuring out how I want to layer these. I knew that I wanted the pink on both, the ends of that wood grain. I just wasn't sure exactly how I wanted to do it, and I wasn't sure exactly how I wanted that wood grain paper to actually lay. Sorry about my head there. Like if I wanted it butt up together, and if I knew I was going to use it like this, I probably wouldn't have cut it, but that's okay. I mean, most people probably won't notice that it's cut in the album anyway, once this is all done. But I had used some of that for some leaves that I'd cut out with my silhouette, but I sometimes like to use both versions of the paper that I cut out. I mean, because you can still use it, right? So I'm just creating some layers with some scraps. I used a lot of scraps on this. I did use a few of the new papers, like that wood grain is from the Jen Hadfield Heart to Home to Heart collection, and it's really, really pretty. It has a lot of really pretty florals and some nice muted fall colors. So I'm adding that POW, I think it's POW glitter paper in gold. It's really old. I want to say it was from a Scraptastic kit. But anyway, so I'm prepping my page. I usually don't do this with white, but I decided to use some absorbent ground because I knew I wanted to use some sprays and some of the Inklingz and stuff like that. And they're essentially, the Inklingz and creamies are like they're watercolors with extra shimmer in them. The Inklingz have a lot of shimmer. Like, they're very metallic and really nice and fun to play with. I absolutely love them. They're one of my favorite products. But I do like to use the different sprays like watercolor too. So I'm just creating some splatters, and I decided that I wasn't gonna like smush my splatters with my paintbrush, which is something I usually do. To create more of a watercolor look, I'm just dropping them. And I did, in between a few of these, use my heat gun a little bit, but I was trying not to because I didn't want to warp that background paper. But the reason why I use the absorbent ground is because it's going to help make my paper more like a watercolor paper instead of just using gesso. I could have used gesso too, but I thought the absorbent ground would work. And it's a little bit more opaque than the absorbent ground than gesso can be, depending on what type of gesso, and my gesso isn't that much, so it was a nice balance. And actually a lot of times I use clear, so this was just something different to try for me. And I use Scarlet, so I use Coloringz Scarlet Fever Keep Palm, and I use a Spritz, which has the color and the shimmer in it, and that was bamboo leaf. And then I also used some Shimmers, which is like, it's very similar to the creamies, but it has a little bit more shimmer to it. And that one was Golden Wheat, and it's a nice like beige color, or beige, or like a, like a yellow orangey color. It's really nice for fall. And then I used Inklingz Penny for Your Thoughts Minor 49er, which is a copper, like a penny copper color, and then a gold color. And then I also will use some Blingz at the end, and you'll see me use that. And let me tell you, the Blingz are my favorite. I need to get more colors. But anyway, so now you're just seeing me build the layers. So I'm just going to build some layers, and I want to include colors that I used in the sprays, except for the red. There's not really that much red, but there is a little bit of orange. And like I said, I actually pulled quite a bit from my stash because I had some patterns that had similar colors, and I just wanted it to look like fall on my page. You know, that tree has the you know, with all the different splatters, it's kind of like the leaves are falling from the tree. And then I have this picture of fall leaves and the Indian corn and some shimmer stuff, and so nice and fun. This is one of my favorite photos that I've taken recently of stage stuff. So I thought it would be fun to do a layout, since I haven't done this yet, about how I like to stage photos, because I'm really weird. But why not do a layout about the things that you love to do, right? And it's just kind of become more of a new thing for me to stage photos and to take really nice, cute, fun photos that I can share and use. So to show off what the products and the stuff that I'm getting. So it's just this new detour that I've been taking, and it's been really, really fun. So I'm just going to add layers and layers all over, and I'm trying to make sure that I keep that top and that bottom underneath those little sections as areas to just build some layers, and it'll keep it nice and fun. And I just add some pieces from Pretty Little Studio. I'm going to add some Canoe 2 stickers. Here we go. And I'm trying to keep the color palette in mind and everything. But, so yeah, so I'm just looking for things that I think are going to work and be fun and going to just be fun little peeks of things. And I decided I needed some more green. Even though my picture probably doesn't have a whole lot of green, except for the spray, the Shimmerz spray that is in the picture. And, so, yeah. So I pulled out that branding strip, and I just used a punch. So it works really nice, and it just adds a little bit extra color that I want. And then I have some of these little crystal dot things, and they're super fun. And then I added just a little bit of yellow in that chipboard piece. But I didn't want to add too much because there's not really a whole lot of yellow in my stuff. So, and then I decided to use this lovely, because most of the time I'm not very good about coming up with titles. And why not use a lovely when this is just lovely? And really, I mean, there's so many different ways that I could take the journaling. And you're not going to see the journaling on here because I don't have it on there yet. But I definitely had in mind. So I like to add my glue and then add sequins. So I decided that I needed some sequins. And I have a buttload of sequins. So why not use them? This is an old pack from Spiegelmom Scraps that is, gosh, I don't remember, but I'll make sure I link to it if they're still in the store so that you guys can find those if you would like them. But they're really fun. They're lots of greens and stuff, so just a nice little, it adds more of that green that I was lacking in the layout. And here we are adding the Blingz. So, since we are almost done with this layout, thank you guys for joining me today. If you have any questions with any of the Shimmerz products, definitely add it to the comments below. And if there's anything special that you want to see me do with these Shimmerz, let me know. And I'll try to get some different types of videos out. I have some stuff planned in my memory brain, my memory box, that I want to do for you guys too coming up. So get excited about that. But I will talk to you guys later. And don't forget to mention my name when you are purchasing stuff at the Shimmerz Store. And you can get a free product with your order. Shimmerz will send you something free. But I will see you guys later and have a great week. Bye!